I'm Adrianna. I'm a writer. Are you a writer too? Because if you're looking for some writing tips, I have some great tips for you. Let's sit down and chat. This is just a video for you. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Adrianna and I make all sorts of different content about books and writing and all different sorts of things. So, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 4 top writing tips and answering some of your guys' questions about my best writing tips and the 2 books that I'm currently writing. Writing tip number 1 is to make like a separate page, whether you are writing it in a physical like journal or like physically on paper, or whether you're typing it, make a separate page to put all your character descriptions on. I will probably put like a video or photo of mine somewhere on here, but basically for me, I put each of the characters' names and then I put information about them, like their full name, so like full government name, like middle name, last name, all of that stuff. And then also like their hair color, eye color, whether they have freckles or not, whether they have dimples or not, is something that I put on there. I know it's excessive, but it's also something that I found very hard to keep consistent. I would write that my main character had blue eyes in the beginning and then green eyes later on in the story, so it was just really hard to keep consistent. So I would recommend making some kind of a like extra page of character descriptions, and also describing their personality maybe would help you when writing them. Writing tip number 2 really has to do with inspiration and motivation to write. So since that's a lot of the stuff you guys asked me was what can help me stay motivated and inspired to write. And this is one of the things that has helped me so much is Pinterest. And not just Pinterest, you can use Safari, or I guess I don't really know what other silk browser you could use, but use some kind of browser where you can look at photos that fit the aesthetic of your book. So like I have a Pinterest board. I'll also probably put a video over here, but I have a Pinterest board that is split up into sections for different things. Like I have a section for each of my characters. So like pictures of people that look like my characters, or pictures of quotes that I feel like fit my characters. I'll put them in their character like sections. And then I also have a section for dresses because it helps me to look at it and then describe it while I'm writing. Also, I think I have a section for like love slash relationship stuff. So yeah, it really does help me to have photos to look at. Now you can use Pinterest for this or other stuff. Sorry if there's like car noise in the background. I'm outside, so yeah. But I think that having something to look at really inspires me to write a lot and helps me feel motivated, because I'm like, okay, this is such a cool story. This is such a cool aesthetic. I feel like I want to keep writing it, if that makes any sense. Another thing that goes along with that, if you're an editor, like you like to make edits, make an edit of your characters. I have made a couple. Maybe I'll play one after this and kind of show you guys what I mean, but like maybe find Pinterest pictures of like what you want characters to look like and then do some kind of like fun edit with them. I don't know. I find that really fun and it motivates me to write so much because it helps me to visualize what my characters look like and think like, I guess. And I don't know, it just helps me a lot. So I'll probably play one of those for you after this clip. Writing tip number 3, maybe kind of a scary one for some of you, and that is sharing your work with a friend. Now, um, maybe some of you are definitely hearing that and thinking, girl, absolutely not. What do you mean sharing it with someone else? Like, that is terrifying. And I totally agree, because like I said, I'm writing 2 books right now, and one of them is dystopian, one of them is fantasy. And my dystopian one, I had already gotten about 6 chapters in, and my fantasy one, I was about 3 chapters in when I had a friend that was like, "Oh, like, will you share it with me?" And I was like, at first I was like, "Oh, this is scary," but then I was like, "You know what? It could be good." So I shared them with her. I shared the fantasy one with her first and then shared the dystopian one. But with the dystopian one, I was really scared because that one was especially close to my heart at that time, and I was like, "Oh, she's going to think it's terrible." She was so nice about it. But I really think that sharing it with someone else can be so good for you, especially if you're writing a book or really any form of writing, whether it's poetry, a book, a short story, whatever you're writing. It can really help to share it with someone else because there's a lot of things that you as the writer do not see or pick up on that the readers will. And so, like, so many things that she has told me as far as feedback. The way I do it, I send her every chapter I write. So, like, she has all the chapters I've written so far, and when I finish a chapter, I upload it to her version that she has, and then I have a separate version because I write it on a computer. So I use Google Docs and I share, yeah, but I really love her feedback because it really has helped me mature in my writing. And also, I think it is so good that there's things that she notices that I don't notice. Like, there's one character that I feel like I'm trying to write really sweet and motherly. And then she was like, so this character comes off kind of like they don't know what they're talking about and like they don't know what's going on. And I was like, oh, okay, so I need to change that. There's also a lot of stuff with plot decisions and like making decisions like, okay, which way should the plot go, that I ask her, I'm like, what would you want to see as the reader? So I really love that. And I think that it's really good to share your work with someone else who maybe will pick up on things that you have not picked up on. As scary as it can be, I promise you, in the end, it will be so worth it. And I think getting feedback is so good because I mean, you're gonna if you're serious about it, you're gonna have to get feedback at some point. I mean, if you want to publish it, you're gonna have to hire an editor or get someone to edit it for you that is not yourself. So at some point, you're gonna need feedback, and I feel like getting it while you're writing it is pretty good. So yeah. My fourth writing tip may be a little bit controversial. Just warning you, because I know that the use of AI is very controversial in the writing world. I feel like there's a lot of talk about it. But my fourth tip is using AI to help you brainstorm. Now, when you first hear that, do not take it the wrong way because I firmly believe that using AI to write your whole book or even to write parts of your book is not okay. Like, do not use AI to write things and then take credit for it. Now, using AI to brainstorm ideas, I feel like is okay. I use that sometimes to brainstorm like ideas. I never take exactly what the AI says and like just like copy and paste, but especially in my dystopian one because there's a lot of AI um in the book. Like, the government in the book is run by AI. Just gonna say that. And so when the government people are talking, like the AI bots that run the government are talking to the characters, I normally do use AI to come up with lines for those characters to say. Now, I do not just copy and paste it, I rewrite it in my own words. But I cannot accurately write AI lines. AI can write it more accurately than I can. So, like, sometimes I do use that for brainstorming. But like I said, just copy and pasting from AI and using AI to write your whole book is not okay. But I do think that using it to brainstorm is good. Like, if you can't think of names for your characters, especially when it's like something like a middle name or a last name, going in ChatGPT and being like, fantasy last names can be beneficial and can help you brainstorm. And also, like, for my book title, I also went on a like book title generator and was like, what are some possible book titles just to get my mind running? Now, I came up with the book title by myself, but I just use that to brainstorm. And also with plot decisions, I am such an indecisive person sometimes when I am making a huge plot decision. And like I said, when you're sharing it with someone, you can also ask them. But like sometimes I'm like, well, I don't want to spoil the rest of the story for her by, you know, telling her what I want the plot to be. So sometimes I will use AI to, I'll like say, make me a list of pros and cons for each plot decision. Like, it was something that will impact the plot of the book really big, then I will normally use AI and be like, make me a list of pros and cons. Now, I do not ask it to pick which one to do. I just ask it to make me a list of pros and cons. And yeah, I know that that tip may be controversial. Please, no hate in the comments. Please keep the comments kind. But that is my personal take on it. Like I said, do not use AI to write your entire thing, or don't use AI to write things for you. Use it as a tool to help you write things, if that makes sense. So,